Olá, olá, I'm Ana Santos from PT for You Portuguese Lessons Online. Welcome to one more week, one more video dedicated to this amazing language. You already know that 5 minutes of Portuguese per day makes you smile every single day. So don't forget about this and keep in pace with me. So now I've started and prepared this lesson and session for you. Don't forget, please email me all your questions and doubts, pt4you@outlook.pt. Also my social networks on Facebook and Instagram. And all these and all my podcasts, my transcriptions, everything you find in my website, pt4u.wordpress.com. And let's see what I've prepared for you today. Life has to be interesting, and why not? Let's talk about plural, making a lot, but the irregular forms. As in all languages, you have situations that don't follow the rule. The common and normal S that I taught you so far. Today we'll talk mainly about the plural form, because it's so far what I always teach is 95% of the situations is only about one situation of adding one S in the end of the word, and that's what makes it plural. And don't forget this idea, all the words connected, if it's the noun or the adjective, needs to sing the same song. I mean, if the one word is in the plural, the other word that is attached to that word, so are connected in reference, also needs to have an S. So it's not a situation of one only word is necessary to make the plural. Today we'll talk about the irregular situations. What I've prepared for you here is a very base table. In this table, you'll have all the exceptions. Of course, suddenly it's impossible to go through all them and memorize it immediately, but slowly we'll see. So we'll have this and one more dedicated to the nasal sounds that we'll have after. What you'll have here in most of the situations, you'll have the situation that is adding the S is, of course, over all the situations, but for pronunciation, for situations that you have or vowels or in these cases consonants in the end, we need to make a little more oil in order to the engine to work. So what you have the situations of words finishing with R and S. In this case, because it's, don't forget, because it's an S per se, and here you're talking immediately about words that also finishing by S. So what do you do? To plus the S, before comes the ES. So from the R or to the S, you put ES. Or in some situations also the AS, but that's for the feminine form. And in this case, you have no problem with that. Today, we'll just focus on this masculine form, and I'll leave you here the complete table. The same thing will happen with, again, the F, the S, and the Z. Basically, they could be in the same group family, is only adding the E and the S. So the same with the E, because it is finished with E. So in this case, it's finishing with S. So far, it's about ES or S. And now it comes the fun part, the words that finish with L. In this L, here, pay attention with this mark. With the L is transformed in ES. The L disappears and turns to ES. Why? Because it's the idea here is all about pronunciation. For sure, as you can imagine, for those who are a little bit more keen on history and language development, of course, in the beginning, you kept the L, but then it tended to disappear because there was no point there. And the same with the M. The M in Portuguese usually has very special situations inside the word. So because suddenly it's not inside the word, the M turns N. And these are not that often, that common situations in Portuguese, but the M, when it's transformed in plural, turns to NS. One other situation that is not that common per se in Portuguese. Here you have one of the fewest examples are words finishing with N. Then you have always some situations that are irregulars. Again, the bone, because it's finished with M, turns to ES, NS, sorry. And the mouth, there's no problem here when it comes to the plural form, but here for the feminine, we'll keep it for one other session, it will turn to S. Here, like I was saying, the N, again, let's make here a pack. R, S, Z, the E and the N, as you see here, will be transformed in ES. And the AL, again, the situation of the L will be transformed in ES. So far you have here two groups. I gave you here lots of examples because I thought it will be easier when in the future you look at this table. But what you see here so far is mainly two situations. The situations that are exceptions, and inside the exception you have some exceptions, and this can be explained by how these words were in Latin, our mother language, and this is you have the exceptions are the word finishing with generally speaking, and this is very general, and here we need to work a little bit more. You will have the ons, so from to ons, and then you have the exceptions. The exceptions here is about cidadão, cidadãos, cristão, cristãos, irmão, irmãos, chão, chãos, mão, mãos. And then even more exceptional, you'll have the made in ães. And these are really, really very exceptional. What you have here is the word alemão as German, alemão, alemães, and be careful because even regardless of the different forms, it's always nasal. Verão, verões, cão, cães. And now I leave you with some more examples that you have attached to this table. This table again tends to emphasize all the rules, but then at the same time give you some more examples. What you have here, you have words finishing with the M, and then the words finishing with the S or the L. Let's see here these groups. You have pudim, pudins, oasis, oasis. What happens here? Because it's already a situation of finishing with S, the double S won't make much sense. So what you have is here is one of the irregular situations that they will keep the same as an oasis. O refém, reféns, atlas, atlas. Again, what you see here is words that if you understand, I think it's easy to understand. They're not come from the Portuguese version, so we kept it the same. Capital, capitais, país, países. So again, the situation of finishing with S and at the same time finishing with the L. Don't forget that the L you need, when you change to the plural form, you need to delete the L. Then some more examples. You have the examples, of course, and this is always the focus on the how you say with the This that always have different not meanings, but characteristics because of their Latin base. So it will have, you have cristão, cristãos, irmão, irmãos, exposição, exposições, capitão, capitães, aldeão, aldeões, always, always nasal. So don't forget that it's not just about ideas, it's about making ideas happen to do it. And then these you need to work, you need some study, of course, you need some hard work. But what is life without this hard work? And with this hard work, I hope I managed to help you somehow. Or through my websites, you can find all this information, different exercises. Every single day you have exercises that you can do and practice, or situations that you can reflect about the Portuguese reality, because I think it's far more wide than a single language. On my Facebook and on my Instagram, all day, every day have some suggestions, and on my YouTube channel, find this and so many more videos dedicated to this language. Meanwhile, don't forget, always, always, it's good to know, have some fun while you learn. Ciao, ciao.